But I don't know what to call this video, but we're getting things done for spring, which is I'm ready to get this corrugated plastic pipe off of the downspouts to our rain barrel and start filling it up. The weather, I'm not even going to try and predict the 10-day forecast. Last week when I told you what the 10-day forecast was, it ended up snowing 4 days after, and it was supposed to be 70 degrees. And obviously it wasn't, because it is just, I think, 44 right now. And we had snow yesterday. That's all right, though. Spring is coming. But this isn't a big job, and I'm creating a problem. Here we go. Got it. So we take that out. Not that way. And I put this back in. Yeah. Oh, look what I made. Look at this mess. I'm going to do something here, people. Let this drain the other way. There we go. But this is a wonderful, wonderful piece of garden for you to have, which is your rain barrel.
Hold on. And
what the heck, Reg? I had to call in Reg to help me get this put together.
oh, we'll get it.
I hope. Did you already did it? Jeez, Louise, it's the brute strength of your partner.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, it's so nice.
So now the water will just
you can see now.
Straight down.
When it rains, it will come right. This pipe coming off the roof drains right down into this wonderful, wonderful rain barrel. Without it, I don't know what I'd do.
What's that?
I don't know what I'd do without the rain barrel.
There we go. We're good.
Perfect. All right, and then let me show you something. You can hold that, Reg. So I will pick up this corrugated pipe. It gets rolled up and put into the back room, but I'm going to drain it.
Probably still got some ice in it.
Yeah, I'm going to drain it over the hill. There we go. It's all coming out, which is good. But look what I found. You know I talk about the deer, and I had maybe a half a dozen tulips in this bed. They came in. This is a sign they're really hungry. Is not only did they eat the tops off, but they dug the bulbs up in the process of trying to eat them.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have my liquid fence out. I'm going to spray the perimeters of everything, because I do have several tulips down in the island bed that are coming up, and I love seeing them. So it's a good sign to see that the deer were here. They were hungry. We know they were. We've had winter since November, and they were hungry, and I'm glad I could feed them for a little bit. Nothing's happening. I think I see something happening in one of my liatris pots, but it's going to warm up, and that's going to make a difference. So I have liatris, larkspur, and ruffled columbine, which are like the two that I have that finally sprouted after almost 90 days down in the basement. So we'll see if they do any better in winter sown pots. So we're going to go down to the rain barrel, not the rain barrel, to the pond and get it uncovered. So with this pond, I just use this real lightweight netting, and you can see why. The leaves that are collected in the netting are not in the pond this way. Listen to that ice. A little bit of ice. So it does save me from having to fish out the leaves. And I don't know how many years I keep using the same netting over and over and over again. Yep. And then we'll plug it in. I really miss the sound of the pond. But when it's been iced over all season, looks like glass, that ice, doesn't it? I'm going to set this out in the sun. I'm going to go right past your edge. Yeah. We'll let the sun melt that. Let's plug it in. Let's see if we can hear it. I'll mess around with making the rocks look even prettier. Make them look pretty.
Oh, there we go.
I know, to me it's more of a grotto. It's just that calming little sound of the water dripping. It's gone through a lot of transitions, and I found just here recently the pictures of how it originally looked. And I'll probably throw that into a video sometime this spring so you can see the difference. But this is truly the sound of spring coming when you have that going. While we're so close to the sedum, Reg, I want to show you that we can start cutting these are my sedum autumn joys. They've looked gorgeous all through all the winter and the snow. And time to cut them is when they look like this. When they look like this, Reg, right here by the edge, you'll see the little sedum heads.
I see something coming up already.
Yeah, that's when you know it's time to cut back your sedums. These pretty little
them pretty
green,
close to the ground, too.
They look like little rosettes.
You can see the rosettes.
Yeah, they do.
And they're so pretty.
And you're so close to the ground, though. You're cutting off all the old stems.
Yeah, you want that. And this is also a good time to divide them if you wanted to divide them out, take a chunk out, put them somewhere else. Last year I did some of that, but this year I'm pretty good with it. So with cutting these sedums back, and I am going to be moving my compost around today, stirring and moving, and all of these sedum heads will go in the compost after I get all that little spring job finished. These are easy jobs, and it's so nice to see these little sedum heads coming through the ground. So I have, I don't know, 4 or 5 groups of sedum, and this is all you do. So I will finish this little job off camera and get on to the next. Next job is, let me show you again, these are the tulips. I have tulips, I have yellow tulips and purple tulips. You okay, big guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see where deer have been in here. They've nipped these off, and I can see a few bulbs brought to the top where they've probably pulled it out. So that's why it pays to walk through your garden. You know, it's been last week I walked through and didn't notice it. So we're going to get that done at the end. It's a stinky job, but there's no wind blowing. And then I want to get my bird bath uncovered.
Well, I can tell you there's been several cardinals just coming and drinking out of that little bit of water that's laying there on the top.
You know, I hadn't started feeding the birds until this year, and it was just so cold. And there was very little for them to eat. And now I think I'm hooked. I'm hooked on doing it for them. So let's get this undone. Yep. There's ice. These bottles I'm just going to lay here because they all get recycled. And that's Parmesan cheese is filled up. Although, I don't know if they like Parmesan, but anyhow, that's that job that needs to be done. Again, lay this in the sun so it'll dry out. Just like that. We'll cut the sedum off. And gloves, there they are. We'll spray this. Well, we're going to spray all the beds today. Come on over here, Reg. I'm going to uncover this pot. And I walked through here early this morning, and you can still see the ice that was in there. And when I pulled it out to get the water out, I am finding so many
We
things.
spent good money on those scissors.
I
Because you
know.
lost the other pair and we had to go buy another pair.
Yeah.
And now that.
Oh, and I bet every gardener has done the same. I'm sure they have. Every gardener has done the same. I love seeing these things uncovered. It makes me feel like everything's alive. And we are coming out of winter. Where'd you come from, Rip? Anyhow, wait a second. I see something down here by the bird bath.
What's that?
A marker.
Oh,
My
goodness.
Sharpie. Oh, I love this. Anyhow, so these will all dry. And I guess let's go to the compost pile and I'll show you what's happening. So these are not hard jobs. I do want to get that stump out. And what I've noticed, the amount of sun. This area is definitely a high sun area. And I'm thinking, Reg, that my loofah plant will probably get planted here and go across here. It's going to have more sun than maybe the pergola area. I'll keep an eye on that. Just makes more sense. I don't know what I'm doing here yet, but that'll come. So come in here. And so what you need to do if you have a compost pile right now, get it stirred. This was put over there last year, and this is the last of it. And I'm going to be moving this compost over here, stirring this. It's still frozen over here. And this is definitely frozen. So, but I want to get to move. I'm going to move this pile over to this other side, right in here, and let it start decomposing even more. But so the last job on my list today, stir this, because so many of my plants get compost, and then add the rest of this compost to that pile. And look how pretty that is. I just love compost. And it's from all your yard waste. And your
kitchen waste.
And kitchen waste, but nothing, no meats, no dog poo or cat poo. No. Nothing really cooked.
Shredded paper.
Shredded paper, yeah. And so this is the last of this job today, and I'm looking forward to it. It may get up to 50 today, and I see a few little daffodil heads, but that's for another day. So you, if you have these projects, I'm in Zone 6B, west of West Virginia, first week of March, whatever the day is. Get out and do these things. Get things uncovered, stir your compost, start cutting back your your last year's blooms, and just enjoy it.
Yeah, you got to just get out in it, don't you?
You got to get out in it. And, as gardeners, the weather doesn't make a difference to us. We can't wait to come out in the weather and do anything. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you the next time. And let me know what you find in your garden that you've lost. So we'll see you the next time. Bye, guys. Well, the compost right there is still frozen, so I left it alone. But I did turn both of these piles. This pile here against the fence stays a little more frozen, so I'll give that to the rest of the week. But I did get everything cut off, swept, raked. Oh, it's those things that, and uncovering the bird bath, this pretty pot, and the pond. It's so wonderful. Got that cleaned up and raked. Just the sound of it when you're up on the deck is fabulous. So thanks for watching. Get out. It's time to just start piddling in everything. We'll see you the next time. Bye.